Ahoy there, my name's Beth and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week we're going to do some more bilges and switch it up. What's up, Ed? Are we going to sea? Are we going out to sea? No, we're not. We're not going to sea. We're not going to sea. No, we're not. Well, you might be able to hear the rumbling of the engine, but I just need to run the engine. We've still got a bit of water in the marina, and we don't need very much. I don't need very much to run the engine because it's keel cooled, which means that there is a what's called a pipe stack, or like loads of pipes in a stack with the cooling water runs backwards and forwards through it. And then, so it just needs to be submerged in water. So as long as there's some water, I'm fine. It's designed for really low water anyway, these boats. So it should be fine. But we'll keep an eye on the temperature anyway, just to be on the safe side. Anyway, so we're back to the floors. And last week, if you remember, I took out all of these ones. Yeah, today I've got a slightly different plan with this one. So last week I was kind of cutting them all out and ripping them all, and that wasn't really working very well. But somebody dropped a comment in which gave me a really good idea to use a hole saw. Now, a hole saw is, if you remember, is like a sort of the cup with a serrated edge that you can put onto a drill and cut a hole out. However, it has a piece in the front called a mandrel. In fact, I'll grab one and I'll show you what I mean. This is a hole saw. So you can see it has a drill in the center, and it sits on a thing, and the thing that it sits onto is called a mandrel, and then the saw itself, that's a hole saw. So the idea is that the drill goes into the work that you want to cut a big hole out of, and it stabilizes it, centers it. So you can't really use these hole saws without them because it just skitters around all the place. But somebody left me a comment down below, which was a brilliant idea. So I'm going to use this hole saw, or a slightly smaller one, with the mandrel in. I'm going to cut through a separate board. Then I'm going to take the mandrel out, and I'm going to use that board to locate this hole saw on the top of the board and cut around the screws. So cut straight through all of the screws, and then I can lift the board up, or the boards up, and I'll leave just a screw with a small plug of wood around it. Now it means I'll have some kind of holes in the board, but they won't be smashed, and I can put another plug into that and fix that at a later date. So that's a brilliant idea. Thank you so much. I can't remember off the top of my head the name of the comment, but I will put it there. Or there. No, there. There. When the engine's running, Bertie feels a little bit on edge, because it's something different. Whenever the engine starts, it's kind of vibrating through the boat, but it's mostly because he's kind of hyper vigilant, and he's always when something changes, he expects to be doing something. So as soon as like the engine goes on, he's like, right, where we're going, and he gets himself into a little bit of a worried state. So we're just having a bit of quiet moment and some little tummy rubs, and that helps him settle down. I'm just trying to tell him that we're not going anywhere, we're just running the engine, just charging the batteries and giving the engine a bit of a breather. Right, I want to show you something quite amazing, and the title of this video that I'm not sure whether clickbait or not. I tried not to make it clickbait, but it is quite amazing anyway. But I'll show you something. So this is all of the metal that I've been cleaning. But if we get a little bit closer, we can see this. And that is a hole in the hull. And this is all distorted as well. So that was the original hull, which is rotted through and it's been overplated. Now the fact that we are still floating means that that's not a problem. But it's quite amazing. And also me scraping gently and exposing that hole, that wouldn't have opened up a hole, because if it was leaking, or if the possibility was that it could leak after I scraped it, it would have been leaking before I scraped it, if you see what I mean. So yeah, so it's amazing, isn't it? But it's quite scary to think about. But yeah, so the boat has had a lot of overplating done, and that's in this video as well, if you want to have a little update about what was previously done and what was done subsequently when we went into the yard. So yeah, so that is literally a hole in the hull. Not in the hull, in the existing hull, in the old hull, in the previous hull, in the original hull. But still, a hole nevertheless. Now on this side of the gauge, it is pretty much bang on 45, but it is a little bit behind. So so on the same gauge, that's not 45, and this is just 45. So so yeah, it's really handy, this thing. And this is called a miter set, and it's available on miterset.com. I bought this from the US actually. Just a quick thank you to Carl and to Jenna who bought me coffee with the link down below, and also it's that link as well if you want it. Thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed recently. We're really getting numbers up. We're getting closer to 1,000. And as I mentioned, if you would like to subscribe, it won't cost you anything. If we can get close to it, well, if we can get over 1,000, I can offer you a few more things on the channel. So if you'd consider subscribing, that would be great. Thank you so much. But anyway, wherever you are, thanks again for watching. I hope you're well, and I'll see you next time.